Hey everybody, welcome to the Throwback Thursday GMG channel. Hey boy, howdy. Why am I doing this? Well, this is a brand new YouTube channel associated and sort of parented off of the GMG main channel because in 2025, the YouTube algorithm has now changed. Subscriber counts don't mean anything. View counts don't mean anything. You only get pushed in the algorithm, which means succeed financially and are able to keep doing this. If your content is of one type, I don't even know if this is going to work for this channel. But I have 4,000 videos, of which over 200 are out of print, small print, and just classic tabletop games under the hashtag Throwback Thursday logo. So in this hashtag Throwback Thursday episode, you're going to get to go through all 200 of those, which you've probably never seen if you're relatively new to the channel. They are old. But you mean some of these games are 20, 25, 30 years old anyway. And there'll be separate playlists. We'll be reposting the old content, syndicating it all with this header. So you can go back in the algorithm and hopefully you guys can see it for the first time. So sit back, relax, enjoy some old school content, old school miniatures, and watch me and my friends dig up games that you've probably never even heard of. And we'll be back with this every Thursday, probably until the end of time, because there's so much of this, as well as entertaining you with new series. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Throwback Thursday. I'm back with Chris, and today, you may remember ages ago, we did a semi-narrative mission, like a crazy dungeon adventure. You had to break into a castle, rescue a princess from being sacrificed with your Bretonnians. We did like an off-the-cuff, one-shot, 6th edition Warhammer Fantasy Battle Skirmish mission. And that procked some discussion about when we were going to do it again, what we were going to do it again. Because the last time, like literally, we made it up all on the day. I was digging through my storage here trying to find rule books. Like you almost died digging through boxes. And we just like dug up whatever models I had available that were from the same period and came up with a narrative and played a game. So this time around, we wanted to give it some structure. So I've actually written an entire campaign system for 6th edition Warhammer Skirmish. Now, if you don't know what that is, basically, in this edition of Warhammer Fantasy Battle, there is 3 appendices for Siege, Skirmish, and Campaigns. And the Skirmish system is a modified version of the Mordheim Skirmish system, which uses all the army books from Warhammer Fantasy Battle. So a bit like Age of Sigmar Skirmish, this is a detailed skirmish system for playing with every unit that you had available in the army. And you just kind of play one-off pickup games. There was a fantastic skirmish supplement book that gave you like a bunch of missions and snares and stuff, but there was never really much more after that. The American studio did the skirmish booklet, and then it kind of petered off. And we're bringing it back. We're gonna call this Warcry Blood Dragon. It's playing 90s Warhammer with a twist, with a campaign twist. So I actually went and I got off the rails a little bit. I painted like 20 miniatures for this. I went through bits boxes. This is what happens when I do something that's like kind of just for me and I get excited about it. I painted up a 20 model Beastmen Warband to fight your Bretonnians this time around. And they're all period Beastmen. They're all from like 5th and 6th edition. Some are way older than that. There's some like really old Beastmen miniatures. I dug out my copy of this, Lost and the Damned, for some inspiration on doing an injury chart and experience system and all that stuff. And just kind of like wrote like a modern experience table. There's an encounters table, like you can earn experience, you can learn skills, boost your stats, find magic items.
Find help.
Find help, that's right, random encounters can happen. And then there's a progressive system for generating your missions as well. So there's 3 different deployment styles, 6 different primary missions, and 6 secret agendas that you can have as well for playing all your games. And it gives you a way of doing linked missions. Now, what we're probably going to do is we're going to play 3 games today, and you're going to see these every 2 weeks going forward. So you see this for like 6 weeks to try and test out the missions and see how good it is. And by the time the first of these airs, this will be available to my patrons on Patreon. So you'll be able to download this document and play some 6th edition Warhammer Fantasy Skirmish with your old miniatures if you want to do as a project. This is like a Middle Hammer Fantasy Battle project that I've wanted to do for a while. And Chris, of course, is always like, let's do something, and let's do something different. And this got me off my butt to actually make it. So it's going to be Gar Longscream, who's my Beastman Wargor. What's your knight's name?
I think he was Roland last time.
Right, so Roland.
He's the Griffin Knight.
The Griffin Knight now. He doesn't have a name. Oh. He's got a Griffin Knight. Oh, geez, cool. And you've got some real classics in here. You've got like Bretonnian crossbows. So like you're taking it right back.
Yeah, the crossbows are 90, 91.
Yeah. So I mean, so what you can do is if you're not going to use, or if you don't have rules for it in the 6th edition army book, I'm allowing anything out of Ravening Hordes as well. So the crossbows, I think we're still in Ravening Hordes, which means you should be able to use them.
Yeah, I mean they're the same as a longbowman basically.
Right.
So.
Right. And there's some modified rules. You can always take a cavalry model on foot in skirmish by just paying down the cost of a warhorse. So like if you're taking a knight on foot, you would just remove 14 points from his profile to make him not on a warhorse, and he's just basically a human with heavy armor and a shield. Yep. But yeah, it's going to be neat. So we've got some. You have to use a bit of common sense for your retainers and your warband building. But I'll walk you through what we're doing here, how the campaign is going to progress. You're not seeing this in final form. Like literally, a lot of this is all just me writing in pen. So like there's some pen drawing diagrams and stuff. But when you actually click the link below and go check it out, you can download it all in a nice finished PDF. And I'll make a Blood Dragon logo. We'll do like a Middle Hammer Blood Dragon logo. I'll see if I can recruit some guys from the Middle Hammer gaming groups in Facebook to help me out and make this like crazy document to play some games. So let's check out the warbands. Running through the basics of the campaign, how it's going to work, and we'll get this underway. All right, so here are the basics of a skirmish campaign. You're going to have one hero choice worth up to 100 points, including gear and magic items. Depending upon the scenario, you're going to use between 50 and 150 points of other units, with at least 25% being core choices. And each hero begins the campaign with 1 destiny points. Destiny points are points that can be used during an encounter or during aftermath. During an encounter, they may be used to reroll a single to hit, wound, or save made by the hero. They may also be used to force an enemy model to reroll a single hit or wound roll, but not a save. During aftermath, they may be used to reroll a single injury or experience die. The second result must be applied. So Destiny are kind of just like your little buffs to make your hero feel a little more heroic. You can have them up to 3 of them at a time. Setting up, we'll get to that later. And then you select your retainers. Each hero will be accompanied by retainers. Roll a d3 each time you play a game. On a 1, you're going to have 50 points, 2, 100 points, 3, 150 points. Both heroes will be accompanied by the same amount of additional models each game. 25% of points available must be spent on core models. You're going to use that from your book. So for me, I'm using a Wargore, and then my core units, and sorry, beast units rather. That's what they called them in this book. Are Beast Herds, Bestigors, Tuskors, and Warhounds. And they are my stuff that I can basically take from, and then you can take anything else you want up to that point value from like specials and rares. So trolls, ogres, centaurs, minotaurs. And if you could somehow fit it, dragon ogres. You're not fitting a Shaggoth though, but you could fit a spawn, or potentially, I guess, dogs of war. Long streams of Wargore. He's a beastman. He's got 0 experience points, movement 5, weapon skill 5, bliss skill 3, strength up to 4, 2 wounds, initiative 5, attacks 3, leadership 7. He has a 5-up save, 4 up against shooting because he's got a shield and heavy armor. And then he's got the Crown of Horns for 30 points, gives him a 5+ word save and +1 to rally tests. And then he's got the Raider, Ambush, and Mark of Chaos Undivided, so you can reroll psychology tests. And 1 destiny point. This stuff down here, campaign agendas, enemies, and deeds, that's for later on when I figure out the quest system for playing through and having an end to your campaign. So in the aftermath of the game, you have to roll an injury for your hero, and only your hero. Don't worry about everybody else. You're going to roll 2d6 to see what happens. On a double 1, they're dead. Your quest at an end. On a 3 to 4, they're maimed. Roll again, 1 to 3 -1 weapon skill, 4 to 6 -1 ballistic skill. On a 5-6, slow recovery, beginning of the game with 1 less wound. So next game, he would have 1 wound instead of 2. 7+, it's full recovery, and 11+, it's a harsh lesson. They also get an extra experience point. So rough recovery, basically. And then for experience, each hero roll a d6 for surviving the game, plus 1d6 for each enemy model they took out of action, and then a final d6 if they won. You can never roll more than 6 experience dice. For each 6 you roll, you're going to get an experience point. For each 7, after you spend experience points to modify dice, they earn a destiny point to a maximum of 3. For each 8 they roll, after the experience is spent, they increase their weapon skill by 1. Each character can be increased once. For a 9, after experience is spent, they may increase their leadership or initiative by 1. Each character can be increased once. And then for 10, after experience, they may increase their strength, toughness, or wounds by 1. And each characteristic can only be increased once. For experience points, after dice are rolled, they may be resolved in any order the hero desires. When resolving a die, the hero may apply any unused experience points they have to modify the total by +1. Any number of experience points can be applied to a single dice. Once used, they're expended and removed from the roster sheet. So basically, you're banking your dice to roll, and then your 6s either earn you experience. So I got no experience there, but I got a double and a triple, which we'll talk about later. Can be used between games. So I've got 1 experience there. It wouldn't allow me to level up this game, but I could save it for next game to try and get a boost basically later on. So now when you get other rolls, so I got a double 3 here, I could take the double 3 and then go to my encounters. So an experience point that end up a 5 or less should now be examined to see if they result in an encounter. For each double, triple, or quadruple, consult the following chart to see what experiences the hero will undergo between this game and next one, and you may earn multiple encounters. So in this case, I got a double 3. I found a militiaman. I get plus 10 points to my retainers next game. So I would play with between 60, 110, and 160 points for the guys. Now let's say I got a better roll. I got something like, I don't know, a bunch of 5s, and I could actually spend experience points to make this a 5 if I want as well to get a different experience. I get an apothecary, I get a healing potion. So restore D3 wounds once per battle, and it's 1 use. And they get better basically depending upon what you find. If you manage to get a triple or a quintuple 5, you get any magic item, so any army book magic item, 40 points or less. So you can get magic items back, you get common magic items, you can get all different kinds of things when you're rolling the table. And like I said, this will all be typed up when you guys are actually watching this, and in a nice pretty format. But this is, when we play games, this is how we do. Get to the roughest part, which is the handwritten part. So every time you set up a game, you're gonna roll a die. So the players roll off, the person that wins rolls for deployment, they roll a D3. On a 1, they're going to be 3 inches on, facing each other. On a 2, they're going to be 8 inches up the corners in a triangle, basically, facing each other. And on a 3, it's going to be alternating corners in a 6-inch box, basically, for deployment zones. And then you roll for your main objective. The person that won the roll-off gets to roll 3. And in this case, it's an escort, 1 core model carrying an item. Basically, they have to try and escort it, and they can make a strength test to march, otherwise they can't march. In every, if they're in the enemy deployment zone at the end of the game, they get 5 VPs. If they're in the enemy half at the end of the game, they get 3 VPs. If they're killed, you place a marker basically, and you can move over to pick it up. And only friendly models can pick up friendly items basically to try and move them in. So it's like, it's a push the flag basically back and forth between enemy zones to try and score extra VPs. Then both players secretly roll 2d6, rerolling any ties. Stop it, Ash. There you go. To choose a secret agenda. In this case, I got a 3, which is bodyguard. If the hero's unwounded at the end of the game, get a VP. And a 6, maximize casualties. 50% or more of the enemy retainers' wounds are taken at the end of the game. You get 1 VP. I'd pick one of these basically to be my secret agenda. Starting with the player that rolled for deployment, you pick a zone and start deploying. And you pick half your warbands. Put it in the zone. Enemy does half, back and forth until everyone's deployed. Game goes a maximum of 5 turns or until somebody routes. So moving on to models, here's my Warband collection I have for the game. Here is Gar Longscream, my Beastman Wargore. He's pretty awesome. He's a 5th edition Beast Lord, actually. I don't know what happened to his back banner, but he doesn't really need it, because like he's just got like this loop on his back where it would have gone. And I kind of like him without it. It's basically just a human skin, like flayed on a bunch of spears, and he looks just fine without it. So he's the common dude every game. He's going to be in every single mission because he's my hero. And then this is all my retainer choices here. I got lots of beasts in core. So I've got a unit of 5 gores with shields and hand weapons. I have a unit of 6 gores with hand weapons and shields. Normally in 6th edition they came with spears, but like it just doesn't matter, like because spears don't really do anything in Skirmish. It's not like Mordheim where they get additional rules. And then I found 2 Bestigors with their great weapons back there. 3 Chaos Hounds, old metal Chaos Hounds, and my Chaos Troll. Now there was a late 6th, early 7th edition Chaos Troll, and I do have a bag of 3 of them, but I realized they have no hands. And frankly, I like the Morrison Trolls better anyway, so I'd rather just paint them up as Chaos Trolls and have him be a big Chaos Troll. So this is my stuff to select from. It looks like a lot of models, but it's actually not a lot of points because the Ungors are all 5 points each. So that's only 30 points right there. My familiar here, I'm probably just going to count as an Ungor at some point. He might be a scenario item I use. He's just a cool beastie familiar I wanted to paint up. And the Gores are 7 points each, meaning that is 35. So that's 65 points. It's 24 points for the 2 Bestigors, so 89 points. And the Troll is 55, so maybe 150-ish with the 21 points for the 3 Hounds, because that's what did I say it was? It's 65, 85, 89. Plus 110, 165 points here that I potentially could have. So I have lots of points if I wanted to play it all, but we'd have to be playing we have to roll up a big game basically to use it all and not have any modifiers stacked down. Here's Chris's crazy pretty selection of Bretonnians. We've got the Griffin Knight here in the middle. He's a paladin.
Yeah, just a paladin. He's got a hammer of might, Sword of Might. +1 strength. He's got a shield, a lance, a barded warhorse, and I think that's it.
Yeah, and we did make up, there'll be a little syllabus of additional rules for Skirmish that we made up. One of the things you can do is you can dismount. You can optionally dismount in the game. And you can also, if missile fire hits you, it's randomized, just like in Lord of the Rings, between you and your mount. You can be dismounted, too.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to always be on the horse, so Chris, of course, made a cool dismount for him. He converted up the horsebound one and then has the old Warhammer Quest Bretonnian Knight as his foot knight there. And then you have this fellow over here. Is he just a realm knight? What is he?
He's just Knight of the Realm. Bare bones, lance, shield, hand weapon.
That's awesome.
Yeah. 24 points, I think, base. And then beside him, we've got 3 Knights of the Realm.
Yep. Foot knights.
Foot knights, 10 points. 8 points, actually.
8 points,
14, yeah.
Minus 14, yeah.
Then there's the 3 crossbowmen, which are just peasants with
crossbows. Yeah, exactly what they sound like. And then 3 bowmen over here. And these are all beautiful Perry miniatures. Actually, some of them are even earlier, actually. I think those crossbowmen are earlier than Perry. Although they're probably still sculpted by the Perrys.
They're still, all of these models are Perrys.
Or Perry miniature, yeah.
Yeah, even this one is early 3rd edition.
Right.
That I gave the bill hook on the top. But, yeah.
Because he was a spearman, wasn't he?
He was a spearman.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he gave him a bill hook to make him to make him a dude.
Yeah, because spears are bad.
Awesome. So how many points roughly is this?
Roughly, these guys are 20 about, these guys are 20 about, these are 20 about.
So 40, 60.
And these are 36. So,
96.
And he's 24.
24. So you got about 110 points here.
Give or take.
Give or take, plus your knight. All right, so let's dice off to see who is rolling to set up our mission for our first quest. One. All right, let's meet. So I won the roll, which means I roll for deployments. And then you're going to roll for our primary mission. So deployment's going to be 3, which is going to be the corners, so 8 inches along the edges, basically, in a diamond wedge. Then you roll for our main objective, D6. 1. So you're playing the Duel of Champions. So now, in every mission, you always score based on killing. So you get 1 VP for killing a core model, 2 VPs for a special, and 3 VPs for a rare. And then in this one, every model killed by the champion is worth an additional VP, and if the champion themselves is killed, it's worth 5 VPs. So that's our primary, and then we're both going to roll 2d6 secretly for our secret agendas. I got that. You got that. So I got a 3. I got bodyguards and a 6 maximize casualties. So try and kill as many of you as possible. And then bodyguard is have my hero with unwound at the end of the game. I'll secretly pick which one I'm doing. And then you got 1 and 2, which is vital supplies. 1 core model if it has basically a secret item. If they hold it at the end of the game, if they aren't killed, basically, you get a VP. If they ever are killed, though, it drops and someone else has to go pick it up. And then 2 is secret message. 1 core model is in the enemy deployment zone at the end of the game for 1 VP. So you secretly nominate a core model to go to the enemy's deployment zone. Our game size, roll D3. It's going to be 100 points. Muster 100 points of models, and we get to divide them into 2 groups of equal size number of models as possible. And then whoever rolled for deployment, which was me, puts the first part down. So here's my mustered warband. We got Gar here with his 2 hounds, Heckle and Jekyll. And then we have 3 Gores, all with swords and shields. I just used the cool banner bearer because he's cool looking. And then over here, 2 Ungors with shields and hand weapons. And then finally, we got a troll, big old chaos troll. Now he is stupid, which means he has to hang out near my general. And here is the household of the Griffin Knight. What do we have?
We got 3 crossbowmen, 2 bowmen, 4 men-at-arms with halberds, and 3 knights on foot, and 1
mounted knight. Sweet. As I won the roll-off for deployments, or rolled for deployments, I will choose this zone and put down half my models. So 8 inches on, 8 inches on. And then you can do the same. So we are deployed. I've got 2 Ungors with Gar, and then a Gore. My Warhound 1, Warhound 2, another 2 Gores with the Troll. I gotta stay within 6 because my leader can give out some sweet, sweet leadership 7 because we're so good at being leaders. And then for you, you've got your Paladin up front there, the Griff Knight, with his 4 retainers of halberdiers.
Yep. And then the Knight of the Realm, the other knights in the back, and then the crossbowmen and the bowmen just sitting, waiting to move out.
Right, so we're into round 1, potentially 5 turns of the game, nobody routes. Let's roll to see who's going first. It's not me, it's you. So for those of you that remember 6th edition Skirmish, it's declare charges, compulsory moves, and then any remaining moves. Obviously, you're not charging or making any compulsory moves. Yeah. So you're just into remaining moves.
I'm going to move. I'm just going to move rather than march.
Sweet.
So 8 inches, just straight up, going with the 2 knights. around here.
Riding out, not too far away from all your plebs.
Yeah. Last time
I do move pretty quick. I go, like, everything I have moves 10, and then the troll can march 12 if he doesn't fail a stupidity check. So
yeah,
there is that.
Yeah, I'm not going to march. Actually, the halberdiers are going to march because then they can keep pace.
And because you can at least march this turn.
Yep. No one is close by. Just keep everyone together. Everyone goes home.
Some rumbling in the woods that the Bretonnians are nervous. The peasants are getting nervous.
I'm sure the troll won't do
something terrible might happen. That's true. Hey, dude, he might just sit and eat grass all game. I am notoriously unlucky with leadership tests. Beastmen are not known for their fantastic. Now I do have the crown of horns, which means I do get +1 to rally tests at least. But yeah, for when my guys inevitably run away. However, I am not great at passing the morale. We marched, so on to the shooting phase. Oh, sorry, magic phase. There's no magic, no shooting, and no combat. So it's over to my turn. Hey, Trolley, I need you to not suck here. Yeah, we're doing great. Charges, and then we're on to compulsory, which we don't have because I don't have a spawn, and then remaining. So we're just going to start running. Just go get them. The power of chaos compels you. And we're going to go up 10 and 10. Everybody's running up. This score doing the same thing. Now these fellas can go 14. So there's 7 and 7. With the doggos. Quite charge as far as purebred war horses, but they are pretty good. So we're going to go 7 and then 7 again. Up to here. We're going to threaten some dudes. Trolley, you're going 8 and then 4. Oh, no, we got to stay to the boss. What am I talking about? We're going to go 8 and then 4 more and not become leadership 5. Oh, Ash, you almost messed it up right at the very beginning. And these gores will run out too. He's no longer in my deployment zones. That was round 1. Let's move it to round 2. Charges to declare none?
None.
Okay, moving into movement phase.
He's just going to move up a little bit. I'm still going to march because you're well out of range. I'm just going to move him up into the woods with all his dudes. Because there's a troll in them there, hills.
They have a troll in the dungeon. Oh, the Lancer.
Yeah, I mean, those dogs are coming at me.
They are. They are.
Be careful.
They do charge 14. We have to eyeball everything because there's no pre-measuring in 6th edition. End up the ridge with the Foot Knights.
We had to measure uphill both ways.
That's it. That's it. The Foot Knights surrounding, and then the Bowmen. Gonna march, not shoot. Okay.
Just the Bowmen.
Just
the
the
crossbowmen are staying still.
I'm trying to plug my dog.
Yeah.
1 can see, 2 can't. So the other ones are gonna get up on the hill now so that they can see next turn.
Yeah. They're going to move a little bit behind the knights, just in case. I'm sure I'm out, but just in case.
I'm ready for next turn. Taking a shot at that crossbow. So you have to shoot the closest thing you can see.
Which is the dog.
Yeah, cool.
Which, am I in 24?
Crossbows are 30.
30? No,
30.
No, crossbows are 24.
30.
Are they 30?
So shooting at long range.
So -1, BS 3.
Seen a 5 plus.
Nope.
No combat, so bottom of 2. All right, wow. Starting. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Nope. You're going to stumble forward 6 inches like an idiot. Burp. And just stop here. He goes up 3 inches, not 6. It's half his normal speed, not a regular move. And he's hit automatically in close combat, but he would accidentally fight anybody he bumped into there, which is why I didn't put anyone in front of him. Good job, buddy. You're doing great. So let's do some. That was my compulsory. I didn't do any charges. Let's do some remaining moves. So here's the thing: is I out-threat your humies, but you out-threat me with your cav. So if you want to send your cav all by themselves, now you feel free. You want to come fight? You come fight. Like that. You want to kill some Ungors? You go ahead and kill some Ungors. And listen to. Doggo's just gonna walk over here. Bark, bark. Doggo's gonna walk the line and hopefully not die to a whole bunch of arrows next turn. Just kind of lurk behind this wall. These gores are gonna head up as well. Going 10, hit the wall, get some cover. I am too far away to hit you with stuff, so that's the end of my round 2. Round 3. Charges.
He's gonna try and charge this gore over here.
Cool. See if you're within 16. Does this guy have a name? Sir Hound.
The Hund.
The Hund. Das Hund.
Das Hund.
He's French, right? So he'd be like Le Chien.
He could be from the Empire.
There you go.
He's very mysterious.
Every chicken in the room. Well, I think everyone else who can charge is just going to be your other heroes. Because I mean, you maybe. I mean, that's 8 if that helps. That's 8 inches.
I'm pretty sure they're out. That's like 9 or 10.
Mm.
So I'm not going to charge with anyone else right now.
Okay, just going in with the big guy in the wall
because they don't want to get too close.
We're gonna fight. We're gonna win.
Yeah. Let's fight these beasts.
So he's moving half rate, so he'd have to march 4. So you can check if you're with an 8 now, because if you're going to march, done charging, 8. You were just out.
Yeah.
So he can march 4 right now because he's in difficult terrain. There you go.
He's just going to stay with his buddy. And this guy is going to move around the forest over here. And his friends, the troll. The troll. He's going to go down the hill. He's going to stay back here in case things go wrong. Because they're going to go wrong.
They might go wrong. They might go great.
And let's just continue moving the bowmen. They're going to move 4 up this way. And the crossbowmen, I think, can see everyone they want to see.
Cool. And wait, remember he has to line up a charge now.
Yeah.
Because he has to charge in a straight line, and you get to charge before you move anybody else. So if you can't charge later on.
Charge over a wall since I've got like 5 million inches.
You do have 5 million inches of movement, yes.
So I'm gonna go over here, and if anyone wants to fight me, they can do that.
I'll be over here if y'all wants to pick a fight later. Guns time because there's no magic.
Time. Let's start with the bowmen that moved because they're gonna be hitting on bad.
Well, hitting on bad. I mean, it's the same as you're hitting on before because I'm out of cover now. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Bowman number 1 on the
shooting
dog.
The dog, yep.
Yeah. On a 5. Nope. Bowman number 2 on the dog.
Potato?
2. No.
2. Okay.
Okay. I guess let's start doing the crossbowman. Crossbowman number 1. I don't think you're blocked by anything now.
Sure.
No, you got the wall.
Okay. So I will check if you're within 15 because then you're in short range.
Should be out of
15. And it'll cancel out.
No.
Maybe in. You're in. You're for sure in.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So you're just on a 5 still?
Yep. Well, 4 now.
Got it. 3s.
Nothing.
Nope. Okay, 1.
We're going to kill that dog.
Eventually. So still on a 5 because you're short range?
Yeah.
But a wall. Hits again. 3s. My luckiest dog on earth? I am the luckiest dog on earth. And the last one?
This guy can see the other dog.
But it's whoever's closest. I think the other one still might be closer.
The same dog. Now I'm hitting on a 5 still.
No. Doesn't matter who you were shooting at. The arrow's just flying everywhere. The peasants are poorly trained. So Sir Xiang going in.
Yep. He's got, starts with 1 attack. Hitting on B8 weapon skill.
Weapon skill 4. Yeah, both weapons skill 4, so 4s.
He misses.
Uh-oh. And then Horsey. Come on, Horsey. Trample him. Hits.
Strength 4.
Horse strength 4 on the charge. I forgot.
Strength,
strength 3 or 4. Are the pureblood strength 4 on the charge? No.
No.
3 doesn't wound. The pureblood does not increase your strength.
No.
So I'm times 4 anyway, so you need a 4 to wound. You need a 5 to wound actually at strength 3. So hitting you back, I have a sword, and I'm weapon skill 4, so on a 4 I hit. Nope. And no slaying was done. So we're on a bottom of 3, and I have to declare some charges. Well, first things first. Come on, buddy. Get it together. Yeah, we're good. He is going to charge Yon Knight. So am I within 12? I most certainly am. Badurb. Then I'm going to declare this little guy into... this little guy into your hero. So I gotta go over the wall. I got 10, so it's going to cost me 2 to go over the wall. I'm going to fail. End up right there. He and the boss are going to charge him. So both well within 10. So going over the wall. Give him the boots, medium style. He's going to charge this man at arms, and the dog's going to charge the other one. There you go. Hound in him. You want to stand and shoot?
Yeah, I'm going to stand and shoot.
Go for it. Am I within 7? Because if I'm within 7, you can't because I'm in my base movement. No, I'm just outside. Just outside. So you still get your stand and shoot. A -1.
Yep. So on a 5.
And cranks it. And a 40 wounds.
We got nothing.
Oh my god.
I think I've
just
only
get rid of that die.
I think I've only rolled 1.
Terrible. Going over there. And then he's going to charge into your knight. So I got 2 guys fighting you. Okay. Well, let's do some fighting. I got no shooting, got no magic. I don't puke as shooting in this game, so we just go straight to fighting. Let's do Trolley. Trolley, hit him with 4 dice. Weapon skill 3, so hitting on 4s. There's 3 hits. And then strength 5, so I believe I wound you on 2s. Your toughness 3, yeah? Yeah. 3 at -2. So you've got heavy armor, shield, and parry. So 3 plus goes to 5 plus.
Let's do it.
5 ups.
Let's do it. We got
block 2. Oh man! All right, so only 1 gets through. So injury roll now: 1 or 2 knocked down, 3 to 4 stunned, 5, 6 dead. Dead. Oh, he did.
You just got it.
He did hit you with a stone bigger than your body. Core choice, which gives me $1 due in murder bucks. So let's do next up. Dahound. He's gonna fight you. So he's weapon skill 4 on a 3. I think he hits a peasant.
Yep. Weapon skill.
Nope.
I think I'm weapon
hit
skill
me
2.
back. Well, I'm not weapon skill 5. So he's still me on 4. It's your halberd.
No.
Well, my Ungor is actually better weapon skill than you somehow. So he's gonna hit you with his club on a 3. And hits. He's strength 3, so on a 4 he wounds. Crits! Okay. So now we've modified the crit table because it's pretty savage in Skirmish. So you roll again. On a 1, you hit a belt buckle. It's just a normal hit. On a 2 to 5, it's 2 wounds and additional -2 armor save. And on a 6, it's 2 wound plus 1 to injure and no armor save. 1 belt buckle, so it's just a normal hit. Yep. So then a 4 plus. Or sorry, I already wounded, sorry. It's just a save. You make a save.
So
5 up.
6 up. 6 up. Halberd.
Oh, that's right. You can't use his shield because he's using a halberd. And fails it. And then what happens to you? You are potato. You are just knocked down. Sorry, stunned rather. Face down.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going last with my great weapon here because I don't strike very fast. So we're gonna try and knock you down with the gore first, or the Ungor rather. Hit your peasant on a 3. He misses. So go ahead and strike whoever you like.
Let's beat up the small guy.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's do it.
Let's try and do it on a 4.
Beastmen, I'm not feeling too confident about.
That's fair.
Small man? No.
Misses. So Warger gets to fight. He's weapon skill 5, so hitting on 3s. And then he's strength 6 with his great weapon, so he wounds on 2s. 2 at -2. Oh, and 1's a crit. Yeah, what kind of crit? No belt buckle, so that one's going to be 2 wounds and additional -2 armor save, so you don't get any kind of save.
I'm not going to get any save no matter what.
And you're dead. So he's worth 2 because he was killed by my boss, so I go up to 3. Here I have 1 charging model, and then we go by initiative. So the charging gore on a 4 misses.
And you're going to, I think you're initiative 4, right?
Oh, no, I'm not. For initiative,
3, 2.
I get to go first. All right, so the other guy on a 4. Nope.
All right.
Hit him back.
Let's do the knight into the banner bearer.
Okay.
With his sword, obviously.
Misses.
And
Horse.
misses.
No. I am just giving you new dice after this. All right.
Quite how bad that is.
I did not realize how bad his dice were. My charging hound on a 3 into that peasant. He hits. He's strength 3, and he doesn't wound. Hit me back.
With the knife.
On a 4.
You're
You're going to Robert Loxley me. And no. There we go. Turn 3. We managed to do some murdering. So it's on to 4. And it's you going first. So this guy rolls over to knock down.
Yep. And I'm going to have to save him.
You charge then. You could charge in your halberdier. Try and save the friend. So now I can't just step on his neck.
And this guy is going to charge the gore.
Okay. Yeah. If we obliterate this gore, that makes sense. So this guy's going to charge a hound.
Yeah, I think he's
in. Yeah, you're good. Flies in. Don't worry, peasant. I'm here to rescue you. And he's just going to stand there and bravely defend the archers as they try and bring the troll down. That's all the movements. And you're on to the murder phase.
Let's try and stop this troll.
All right, time for some guns.
He's going to hit on a 4.
Sure.
Misses.
Nope.
Okay.
Good start. Good start. The strength 4 stuff now.
The bigger gun.
Yeah. On a 4.
He
hits. Okay.
Goodness.
4 to wound. Bonus 4. Gets
Wounds.
it. And then I have a regenerate save of 4 plus. I'm good. Okay. It just grew it back. He shot him in the eyes, like pushed it out. It fell out.
Let's move on to the next crossbow.
Do it.
This one's going to be on a 5, just because it's behind the
hill. That's fair.
I can only see your head. And he hits.
Hits, yep. And then 4 to wound.
Wounds.
Regenerate. Potato.
He does not
get
good. Maybe I'll wound him. No.
I think I'm over 6 inches away now. This might be the turn that I just center. Actually, I would stumble 3 inches forward into you.
Yep.
And then get beat up. All right, charges. You going to try and obliterate this guy?
Yeah.
With your Knight?
2 attacks, I think, right?
No, he's 3 with Paladin. Skill 6, you're hitting me on 3s.
Wasn't skill 5.
Oh, 5, that's right. He's not a
force.
No, you're on 3s.
Still 3s? Oh, yeah.
I'm only 4.
You're worse.
I'm just a dude.
Okay.
You hit everybody on 3s, yeah.
And strength 6.
With the lance?
Yeah.
2s.
Let's
Actually, do you have a magic weapon? Oh no, you can always. That's right. The Bretonnian rule. You can use your non-magical weapon.
Yeah.
So 2 wounds, and one was 1 to 6.
One was a 6.
All right. See what the crit is. Don't bell buckle it. Nope. You're good.
2 dice.
So it's 2 dice. You're rolling 3. I don't get any kind of save. I have a 5 up save, but you just being a lance negated that.
And
I'm super. So you earn 2 VPs because he's a court choice killed by your champion. You're charged.
Yeah. Let's swing the halberd.
What's your initiative? Mine's 3.
Well,
oh no, you charge. Never mind. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use the. Let's use the halberd.
Okay.
Screw it. Kill him.
Hits.
Oh.
Strength 3. Or strength 4. So 3s.
Yep.
Wounds. So I have a hand up and shield, which means I have a 5 save. So because it's a 6, because you're -1. Nope.
And what happens to you?
And I am
knocked out.
Knocked down. Stunned. So face down.
Yeah.
But blam. Which means I can't hit anybody back. Knight on a 4, actually. I'm up to skill 4.
Are you?
Yeah. Not that the one helped anyway. And then we're dicing off here to see who's going first.
Yep.
So my 2 dudes, I got a 3 and a 1.
And my guy gets a 4.
Okay, so you're going before everybody else.
Knight into the banner bearer.
Okay, on a 4. Hits. And then a 4. No.
And the horse, same target. Misses.
Okay. Hit you back. Banner bearer. Nope. Other guy. Yep. And then a 4 to wound. Ha! Oh, jeez. And then what kind of wound? Don't belt buckle it. Yeah, so we get, it's 2 wounds and -1 to your save.
Yeah.
Or sorry, -2 to your save. So you're going to have a 4+ instead of a 2+.
Yeah.
2 4 pluses.
2? Oh.
Oh, sorry, it's 1 4+ to save against 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't matter that I even got the crit then. And you're dead. Unhorsed. So he's still a core choice.
Yeah.
Which means I get a 4. Totally forgot to kneel too, so you don't get a worse save. Oh my gosh, we completely forgot you to kneel in the first turn to make me go first. So I think that's all your charges. You have 1 remaining combat over here. Oh, dice off because I think I'm initiative 3.
Oh, actually, he can attack.
Oh, I can attack back.
We can
That's
dice
right.
off here.
No, because you charged me. Oh, the archer. That's right. I got a 2.
I got a 5.
You hit me first.
Let's skin this dog. No.
Okay. I hit you and wound you with the crits. I'm attacking the archer because I would attack the easier one. I can do a 2 wound -2 save one. Do you have a save? Yep. You did. I got a 5. Bark, bark. Up again.
5.
2. You're going before the dog.
Let's use the billhook.
Okay. 3s. 4, sorry, hits, and then 3s to wound. Crits. What kind of crit? Probably the big kind. Oh, all day. So 2 wounds. 2 pick the highest. And stunned. Face down. Okay, well, start a round. I'm very close to having half down or out of action. 1 more would have had me making a route test this turn. I think you are getting pretty close as well. Well, top of 4, no route tests yet. Sorry, bottom of 4 rather. Let's see if I pass my stupidity. Am I within 6? This is the big question here. And I'm just out. Oh God. Oh God, leadership 5. No. He's leadership 4, but he stumbles forward 3 into you. I was having charge, but half the models in you don't fight when you're stupid, so I have to roll a 4+ to see if he fights or not, basically. He's just like wanders around. He totally forgot what he's doing. He's busy snacking on whatever that guy's corpse is. So other charges. Well, Mr. Ungor, I think, is going to go take one for the team. Is he?
I mean...
Well, this guy rolls over. I can't save the dog, unfortunately, but he does roll over to face up at least. Nobody else is face down. The boss is just going to charge this fool. Be like, what's up, nerd? And then I think he charges over here. Yeah, he's just going to... Actually, no, he's not going to charge. He's just going to walk. We have to do that later, though. Have any other charges? I'm going to charge Mr. Foot Knight well within 10. And then I think we're just going to walk over to there. And we're done our charges now. And he's going to walk over here and be like, hello, please kill me next. Okay, so that is our movement and stuff. Let's start with Trolley. 4+ he gets to fight. Come on, Trolley. Yeah, make an example out of that guy. So hitting on 4s against that knight. 2 hits, and then he's strength 5, so he wins on 2s. 1 wound at -2, so you have a 3-up goes to a 5-up.
Yep.
Oh, and then what happens? Just stunned, face down. He basically just steps on you. He doesn't even know what he's doing right now. He just wanders over and steps on you by accident.
The hammer around.
Yeah. It's a total fluke. The Wargor into this peasant. Hello, peasant. Oh no! I'm gonna use my 1 destiny die to reroll one of these ones. I got it. And then it's gonna be 2s to wound, strength 6. 2 and -2.
I got no save.
Okay. No, strength 6 is -3 actually.
Then in that case, no save no matter what.
And then I just knock you down.
Nice.
Boop. Over here, we're both knocked down, so nothing happens. Over here, if you wound me, I'm out of action automatically. So just roll a wound, 4+, 3+ actually.
3+. Oh.
Dead. So you score another VP to 3. So at least I charged my gore in that foot knight on a 4. Oh, we get you with a sword on a 4. No wound. And then we dice off to see if the hound or you go first.
Yeah.
Hound gets a 1.
I got a 4.
You're striking first.
Let's hit the dog.
Okay.
The dog is weaker in theory.
In theory.
In theory.
Hits.
And don't wound.
Mm-hmm.
No, 3.
Oh, don't wound. Okay.
Yeah.
Back on a 4. Nope. All right. Well, we're on to round 5, top of. Have I killed 7 yet? I don't think so.
No.
Because I didn't plug this fool.
4 and 3 are down. Or he's knocked down, right?
He's just knocked down, yeah.
Okay.
But if I wound him, he'll die.
Yeah. Okay.
And this guy was in melee with the dog. So he can charge in if you want.
In. Well, these guys both get up and they fight last, right?
They get up and fight last, yeah.
I think I'm going to have to leave him to his fate.
Okay.
I think. He's going to charge in on the gore.
Okay, makes sense.
He's going to roll over.
And be like, ugh, it hurts.
I hope I don't die next time.
It hurts.
He's going to charge into this guy.
Okay. Just could plug my 1 gore who's in cover.
This guy's going to charge the dog.
Oh, nice. Okay. Try and save his friends.
Yeah, this combat is a bit messy. But I think these guys are going to try and kill the banner.
Try and kill the bannerman. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Score VP. Start with that crossbow? Sure.
He's got a clear shot. So
go for it.
Just on a 4.
Okay, it's in short range. Nope. And then the other 2 on 5s. This dice is also cut. On a 5.
Hits.
Yeah.
Ooh.
On a 3. Yeah, crit. What kind of hit? Don't hit the belt buckle.
It's
nope. So
crit.
it's, I don't get any saves.
2 dice. And we've got stuns.
Ooh. Yeah, stun face
3
down.
stuns.
Blah.
And I guess I'll shoot him with the other guy.
Go for it.
But now you are super obscured.
So -2?
Yep.
On a 6?
Yep. Nope.
Combat, sir. Which one would you like to do first? This is our second to last combat of the game.
Let's do the archer on dog.
Okay, you charged.
I'm feeling lucky.
On a 4, stab him right in the eye. You sir are not lucky. So we're dicing out for everybody else. So for the dog, for the gore, so the gore's going first, then you, then the dog.
Yep.
So the gore gets 1 attack into the night on a 4, hits on a 4, doesn't wound.
I'm hitting the dog.
Makes sense.
Nope.
Missed. Dog hits the archer. Nope. Imagine it's like when they fight in like a cartoon. It's just like a cloud of smoke with like arms and legs coming out of it right now. And nobody's actually dying.
Well, let's do the troll.
Okay, 2's to wounds. You're dead.
Yeah.
-3. Actually, sorry, -3. So I get 2 hits, and then no, they're both crits. Yeah. Actually, they're both huge crits with no armor save.
Yeah, I'm pretty
he's
sure
just dead. You get 2 chances on a 3+ to win the gore.
Oh yeah.
And then he just dies.
Let's do it. 1.
So I get a 6 up save because you're only strength 4. Nope, I'm dead.
Splat.
And then we each earned a VP for that. So I'm at 6, you're at 4 because you both killed him with a core choice. The 2 heroes do their business. That's right. So you can do yours first if you want.
Yeah, let's start with mine.
3s.
I need to feel good about this.
That's right. Just riding down plebs. Oh no, you only hit once.
I'm gonna use the destiny.
Your destiny. Yeah, makes sense.
Since it's late, I need 2 hits.
You got it. 2s. Strength 6. That lands. 2 wounds. One's a crit.
Crit says it's a belt buckle.
So just 2 regular hits.
And
No, I don't get any saves. So I'm stunned.
But
Okay,
then the
face down.
horse has to hit.
That's right. So just wound me. Actually, no, the horse just kills me. Forward attack, so it just kills me. And then the charging Wargore over here.
He's not charging, but I'm attacking last.
Oh, you're attacking last. We're both attacking last, actually, so we dice off.
We dice off.
I got a 1.
I got a 2.
No, yeah, you go first.
All right.
So now I'm weapon skill 5, which means you hit me on 5s with your halberd.
Let's
Last ditch. Just crit me to death. No. 3 attacks back on 3s. 1 hit on a 2. Wounds, it's a crit, and it's a just 2 wound crit. So -3, you don't get any saves here. 2 pick the highest.
And he's dead.
He's dead. So we both get 2 more. You go to 6, I go to 8. Killed a core choice with our heroes for 2. Okay, so I think there's a panic in here because there was a unit destroyed. Am I within 3? I'm not within 3 of my dead gore, but you 2 are within 3 of
The dead man.
the dead guy. Yep. Was he? I don't think he was within 3 of the dead knight.
No.
No, you're fine. Guys in panic don't make panic tests. So these 2 panic tests, leadership.
Leadership peasant, so leadership 5.
Ruh-roh.
I think. Let's make sure.
5. You're going to be great.
Let's do it.
This is where your low rolls are awesome. Oh, okay, maybe not. So he's going to flee directly away from the thing that panicked him. So 2d6.
Yep, 2d6. He's going straight through the woods.
Yeah, he's going to go half rate.
He's going
only 6. Well, whatever this is. This is 3, so that counts as 6 inches.
And then
so 7 to get to the other side, plus 4, so he ends up over there.
Yeah. So he's.
Ah! And then that guy.
He'll roll low.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He's going to do great.
No.
Oh my god. What? This is all your high dice right now. And then he's going to flee 7 and end up this way.
Yeah.
Ah! Peace out. Ends up over there. All right. And then I think that's it for Panikins.
Yep.
So we are on to new turn. And it's my last turn of the game. Trolley, I don't think you're within 6. You're still not within 6. You can do this on your leadership before. You'll be fine. Yes! He's the hero we needed. He's going to charge an archer. So go ahead and stand and shoot.
All right, let's do it. Hitting on a 5.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Hitting on a 4. Just crit him to death.
We're killing you.
No, he wins him. And regenerates. He does not. Take some wounds. You got 2 left.
All right.
He's going to fly into here.
Killing you.
Going in. We're charging your boss. It had to happen. Shazam! This jerk rolls over. Actually is at 25%, so I had to make a test this round. I'm okay. I did not route. So let's do some. I don't think you lost enough guys yet.
5, 6. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And fleeing troops. Remember, fleeing troops and down troops don't count.
Oh, then I'm not at 25 yet, though.
Well, it's the last turn of the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So Trolley, 4 attacks. Hits 3 times. Wounds twice. No saves. No, you're just down.
He's stunned.
Stunned, sorry.
Yeah.
And then over here, we're dicing off for everybody. So Madago and Magor. Madago gets a 6.
Knight gets a 6. Archer gets a 5.
All right, so the Knight and the Doggo.
3.
It's Knight, Doggo, Archer, then Gore.
All right, let's stab this dog.
Do it.
He's been here so long.
Force.
Hits.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Force. Oh, it's a crit. What kind of crit?
Uh-oh.
Nah, belt buckle. And then just take me an action on a 5. Dead. Just kills me. 7.
Yeah.
It's your Archer, who's now not in combat, and it's my Gore, who misses. Okay, then. I charge, but I go last because I have a grip weapon. So go ahead and hit me.
No destiny, no nothing?
No nothing.
Skin of our teeth, hitting on 4s.
2. And then strength 5 because you have a
Magic hammer.
Magic hammer. 1 crit. Oh, this could do it.
Crit says big crit.
Just 2 wounds. Well, I get my saves first. So I have heavy armor and your strength 5. So no saves from that. But I do have my crown of horns for ward saves. I gotta make one. I gotta make one of these to not go down. Yeah, I made 1. So I only take 1 wound.
Okay. The horse has to kick you.
The horse has to kick me.
Horse has to do it. It's always the horse. Uh-oh.
And 4s, 5s? No. Okay. So back at you, I have 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. And then strength 6, so winning on 2s. 2, 1's a crit. It is the super crit, so no armor saves. And you don't have a ward. Oh, you do have a ward. You have a 6+ ward because you prayed.
Yeah. No, he did not pray.
No, don't you always get a 6+ ward? Oh, it's Grail Knights.
Grail Knights.
Grail Knights.
That's
right.
Okay. But
Um,
with his armor save, like, what would he have? Would he have a 2-up?
So against the 1, he has a 2-up. Against the 1 hit, he's going to get to make his -3 5-up save.
Yeah. Which
And pass. So only the crit gets through, and then it's 2 dice pick the highest. See if I kick you out.
2 wounds.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So it's still. Oh, sorry. It's actually only 1 dice pick the highest, but I didn't roll a 5+.
Yeah.
So you're just stunned, and that's not the
off
game.
his horse.
No, you're not off your horse. You're just stunned.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I guess if you get knocked down, you're mounted. Do you get dismounted? So yeah, the expanded skirmish rules. You get knocked off your horse, and you're stunned.
Yeah.
That looks like that. So it is end of game. I didn't score any VPs here. You scored the 1 extra one, so it's 7 to 8. Now, did you get any secret objectives? I did not get mine because my hero is now wounded at the end of the game.
He was holding the trinket.
Oh, 8-8, so it's a tie. The troll couldn't seal the deal. It is a tie at the end of the game, going into round 5. So neither of us win the game, and let's go into the aftermath. Models out of action at the end of the game, so no injury rolls to make, and we're on to the additional stuff. So we're on to kills. You got 2 kills with him, and you survived, so you're going to roll 3 experience dice at the end. I killed 2 men at arms. I think that's it.
Yeah, because the other 2 ran away.
And I didn't win, so I'm going to get 3 as well. So my 3 experience dice from a Gore. Oh, double 6 and a 1. Oh my goodness. All right, so I earn an experience point. I could immediately earn a destiny if I want. Or I could just earn 2 experience points.
Okay.
and bank them for next game. Let's get 2 experience points. Single 1 remaining. I get no encounters. So what do you get? 3 dice.
We got 1.
1 to get an experience point. So there we go, our first stab at the Warhammer 6th edition campaign system. So doing some Warcry Blood Dragon, is that what I called it?
Yeah.
It's a video game check. If you ever played Far Cry Blood Dragon, it was what was in my head when I was writing this. All neon lights and 80s action hero music. I did realize we did get the last charge of my Wargoer against you wrong. I would have actually gone first. Which would have been, I got a secondary, but we're not going to go back in time and fix that. I was mixing up 7th edition, always strike first, canceling always strike last, and going to initiative, and assuming that you would go first then. Where in 6th edition, if you charge the great weapon, actually even unlike Mordheim, you go first in the first round and then strike last in the second round. So we'll have to remember that in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this. Check out the links below. I'll put a link to the Patreon post that has these rules all prettied up and not in my handwriting. not like Ash had a bunch of ideas and paid 20 miles in the last 3 days and then wrote a campaign system, because he's got Warhammer on the brain and he's been reading the Realms of Chaos books. If you want to check it out, I hope you enjoy it. So I'm super excited to do this with more people. So if anyone wants to paint up a period army and come in and play some 6th edition Skirmish, I'd be super amped for it. All you need basically is your 6th edition rulebook and whatever your army book is for that army, or Ravening Hordes. We're being fairly loose with this because the key here is you get to use period miniatures in a period game, right?
Yeah.
So like, for instance, your crossbows don't actually exist in that Bretonnian army book, but they existed previously, so we're just allowing for the old point values wherever you find them to be allowable, because it's cool, and the whole point is to use miniatures you don't get to use. If you can find your Pavese cannon, I'll even let you use that. What was that thing? It was a 3rd edition cannon, the Bretonnian cannon, but they'd hide it behind a wall because it's dishonorable. So like, it had like a Pavese that like flipped up, and it was one of those like old medieval cannons where it's literally just on the ground in a box. And
bombard
cannon, and it would fire forward. It's a great miniature. So like I said, the whole point here is to have fun with old miniatures and play some fun narrative link games. And at the time of this airing, you'll probably be able to see my whatever the first run at a quest system is as well, for like an end point. You're earning campaign points and trying to figure out how you're going to end the campaign. But for the next 3 weeks, we're playing with just the core system I've written and doing some ongoing narrative. So both of us getting some experience. The game went to the end. Neither side felt like a blow. We ended up drawing, so I'm pretty happy so far. And yeah, tune in next week for the next one. So let's see you for more of this. Until next time, I'm Ash. This is Chris. I'm Wargaming.